Yeah,
You
what's
know?
this idea that if we're just somebody's coming in here fighting all the time, that we're somehow going to get the 1,000 a day if we're screaming? First of all, it's going to get old. It's going to be
It
weak.
will.
It's got to be organic, unless you want Well Cow Cafe to be fake like the other shows, scripted.
Scripted?
And I was told that I
Like
didn't have to do any of
TV?
that, and there was no indication from Batgirl that we'll do stunts and do the locale stuff. Look, I'm not
And they're acting
against.
like
I'm not against anything. I'm not even against the fundraising, so to speak. But let's call it what it is. Primetime's going to do well no matter what. I'll actually do better than anybody else that's in primetime. You put me in your spot, Rastov, I'll put more people in there, and I'll do it on your. I'll make it fun of you and you only. So they want to get rid of me. They try to make it difficult for Denmark. Anybody that's actually got talent. And I got to be honest with you, if that's what's going on at the top, and they're trying to gatekeep people out, they are stealing from the fans. They think you're stupid. They think you're
screwing
dumb.
this whole thing up.
I've talked to the fans since I've been back, and they believe in this network, and they believe in what's going on here, and they believe that Keem and the rest of the people are trying to find something different. And all they're getting is people being moved around in the chess piece of why you have one group of people that are gatekeeping the money. I wasn't even going after it. This is enough for me. I was
Right.
good.
You weren't even trying to like steal
Nope,
anything from
wasn't nothing. But
him.
I was here. I was going to
No.
say one thing I told the Keem, and Keem agreed. He can say whatever you want. And believe me, and I have been doing just that. And I'm not going to stop. You can say, because that's what makes interesting radio, organic stuff, in my opinion. That's what I do. I do the real stuff. You do the fake stuff, and the backhanded, behind the scenes garbage. Somebody think about it. You got Boogie nodding off. Yeah, he's right. None of these guys are playing our clips. None of these, they're just saying, oh, wow, that's a disaster down there. They're not showing you nodding and agreeing with me every minute. And here's the thing, the greatest radio show of all time had a woman agreeing with everything and still does to this day, Howard Stern says. Robin Quivers. And Batgirl disagrees with me a lot more than Robin Quivers. But it doesn't matter whether she does. If she was exactly what you said she was, and she's not, it wouldn't matter. So the only thing they're doing over here is they're trying to screw with us so they can gatekeep. They don't want anybody. They know if I go up there, or we go up there, they're in trouble. They know if Denmark goes up there, they're in trouble. What do they want? Oh, hey, go to the LCU, jump around, you should get on some girls. That's what Keem wanted you to do, right? That was what, 2 months ago? That's what you're hearing every day. You start doing it. What are they saying about you now, Batgirl? Now that you actually were doing it.
They're not happy about it, I guess. They're saying that like I'm unhappy here and everything. They're trying to like spin this into something that it's not.
But what were they saying to you now that you were bouncing on other shows and having a good time and fooling around? I heard shaking your ass, drinking too much. What is only maybe if you shook your ass.
Alcoholic,
so maybe if you're shaking your ass and drinking on you had one visit yesterday, big deal. You know, we've actually did. And I actually
drank a little bit more after that, but like it's not like I'm getting sloshed absolutely.
Give me a break. Everybody, if you got sloshed, they would take the money in the heartbeat. You're getting sloshed on the wrong channel. Give me a break. Everybody knows this is about soliciting donations. And I think everybody should stop lying to the LCU fans and tell this is exactly. Everybody is up there just trying to protect their primetime spots because it's guaranteed money, regardless of talent. And it puts you in a great spot because you say, hey, look how much money I'm making. And I can use it against my enemies and say, well, if you put on a better show like I did, you would be making more money. Really, it's time slots. It's look at the goddamn map of the United States from goddamn Hoboken to Los Angeles. It's a time zone thing. The more people are awake, the odds are your show's going to be more people watching. That's it. It's that simple. It's called math. That's it. I don't mind I knew it was going to be a tough spot. Keem told me, because I want 1,000 a day, which was like, oh, I'll see. When I saw 800 the first day in here, I was like, oh, that ain't happening.
It's just gonna go down after that, and it does.
So they can bring in somebody. If they really think somebody coming in here and just screaming at them each morning. First of all, why wouldn't I can't imagine they could put me with somebody every day that would get me so worked up where I was screaming, unless they want me to fake it. But if they really want to move you on, you know what? I'm okay. You can go up to live and go where you want, make a lot of money, because that's where the real money is. Hey, Rastov, why don't you take her spot? Because I'll like a little girl every morning. You know that? That's what I'll do. I will and you know it. And you know it.
Tommy, listen, I've been sitting here watching Cafe for a Change, and do you ever
that's
let
funny.
Batgirl
That's
fucking
funny.
talk?
That's funny.
Do you ever let
hold
Batgirl
on a
say a
second.
fucking
You've been talking
thing?
about how bad this show is on live, and you just came in and say you're watching it
Since
for a
we're talking
change.
about something
You're talking
interesting for a
about
change, I
both
tuned
sides of
in.
your mouth, and I
tuned
let her
in.
talk plenty.
Yeah.
So you're a part of the team. You're a part of the team. Put me on
Rastov
live.
is a
I'll
better
you every day.
entertainer than you.
What?
He's a better showrunner than
Oh, really?
you. At least
Yeah, I know. And you know what, Boogie? You're the last guy. You're the last guy in the world. You're the last guy in the world. You're the last guy in the world to be because you're so money. Hey, listen, you can't sit there. I'll go fine. I'll cut you off. You're the last guy in the world that because you're just filibustering now. You're the last guy in the world because you know you're all about money and your own desperation. Life up on YouTube, and you sit there and said, you just had a rant for Christ's sakes, and they said, so they're going to perpetuate this lie. I think I know what's going on right now. I think you're in a clique. You're not defending. I didn't attack your show, you dumb fat. Your friends. You're doing it for honorable reasons. You're doing it for honorable reasons. Oh, okay. That's the name of the title. Nobody believes you, Boogie. Nobody believes Rastov. Everybody knows what this is.
I'll do it because I want to do it.
No, okay. Well, guess what? You're not making. All you're doing is making me money. Everybody knows you're a fraud. Everybody knows. Whatever. Yeah. No one's coming in just to talk over my show. That's just not happening. I mean, he can yell and all that stuff. He just came in here to filibuster. That's it. And who's going to listen to Boogie? The guy who lied about cancer. The guy that's all about money. I'm going to protect my... You don't give a about that show. You care about filch as much of Keem's money as you possibly can. And you want to sit there and say that I'm not letting her talk because you want to silence me because you know I got it right. I had you right back in the day. I had this whole LCU ownership thing right back in the day, and I probably have this click. Yo, mama was up this. He was onto something. Now, I don't know if I'd have trusted him either. Maybe he just do his own version of what they're doing now. I don't know him well enough, but that's what's going on here, and everybody's seeing it. You just want me to shut up because you know I'm telling the people that this is just a scam to get as much money out of them as possible through these primetime spots.
And like, why is Boogie trying to stick up for me when he literally called me not that bright last night? And he's also talking about me. Like, why is he trying to stick up for me now?
Larry comes in. He's been talking about what a disaster this has been. And then he goes, I'm watching Local Live for a change. Well, you're a liar. You've been telling everybody alive we suck.
I know. It's ridiculous.
You're all liars. That's what locals do. I'm sticking up for my friend Rastov. Yeah. You're sticking up for your pocketbook, and you're defending off competition. That's why you went after Denmark. That's why this guy's pretending, oh my God, you know what, Boogie? Shut up and give me my money. You owe me fucking money.
He does. He does still
Here
owe
you money. He said he was.
True.
He wrote me last night. He said he was working on it.
Oh,
give me my money.
A little faster. Yeah. How long is that gonna take, Boogie? Or you have to fix your.
I come in, I save your by getting goddamn wings over here. Give you, and you make the wrong move. You could have put me on here, and I could have went back with the LCU. I don't know. Maybe you didn't want me up there because you know I'd find out what's been going on up there, and you know I couldn't keep my mouth shut and lie to the people like you guys are willing to do.
Yeah, well, I think Boogie's definitely afraid.
Sticking up for my friend. You didn't stick up for anybody but yourself, and everybody knows it. Who are you kidding? Everybody knows who you are.
Yeah,
you come in here and
anybody.
You know, he says that you don't talk, but he comes in here and filibusters, and I don't let you talk. That's so funny. And what happens when you do talk? What happens when you do go to the LCU? You're a drunk. You're shaking your ass. You're being an e-thought. You can't
No,
win.
no,
You
no.
can't
But I
win. This
mean,
is about
that
them
is the mission,
protecting
honestly.
their spot at the top. They don't care about Keem. They don't care about the LCU, and they don't give a about you. They want your money, and they want to do it with the least amount of work as humanly possible.
I mean, Boogie was literally falling asleep last night on live. It looked like he was literally asleep in his chair.
He says that I'm a better, like Rastov's a better entertainer than me. He's been warning him for months to stay away from me. And if you fire me, I'll still win.
Pack of Misfits said they will move the goalposts.
Of course, that's what the whole thing was. I wasn't insulting you. You can't take a joke. I was trying to. I wasn't trying to the whole thing up and take you away. I was trying to help the LCU. Yeah, it's constant goalpost. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. And that fat idiot Boogie, who's been bashing this show, comes in and says, and tries to act like, listen, I never watch Cafe. Even though he's been telling everybody it's been terrible for weeks. If I had to guess, Rastov told them to say that. It's probably a clique up there, and they will reveal themselves trying to protect their money. And you know what? You know what that means? You know what that means, Batgirl? It means they don't care about the fans. They don't care about the LCU getting better. They're just gonna.
Of course, they don't care about the
They're
fans.
gonna milk it dry.
The fans last
They're
night
gonna milk it dry. They don't care there was 2,000 people up there. They're just going to milk it dry. And when it's dry, it's like, oh well, it's
Actonese Rodriguez.
I know what Boogie is, and I know what Rastov is, and he probably knows too. He's just set this whole thing up to.
Well, I mean, yeah, Keems had to deal with Boogie, for years and everything, so he definitely knows how he is.
Welcome to-
Molly, Tommy, why aren't you on live? The LCU desperately needed you, so
Exactly. Why wasn't I
on there?
live? They wanted me. I could have done both. Especially after the first week. The first week I probably need to be here and feel the whole thing. I could have done both.
Adjust a little
They don't
bit.
want me.
Yeah,
They don't want me having that money. They don't want.
No.
They could put me some up there and so. No. The only ones that have 2 shows are the ones that are in the in crowd. Moving Denmark. They're terrified of Denmark. They should be. They're terrified of Denmark.
Well, yeah, because he's a pretty good entertainer. I think
It's funny as hell. He's an interesting person. What do they do when they see an entertaining person? They try to convince you that he's a bad guy and needs to get fired.
Yeah.
So don't think that Boogie 2988 wants things to get better here and the level to get raised. If anything, the opposite.
Yeah, it was ridiculous what they were saying last night. Boogie even brought up last night, I don't even know if we have the clip for it, but he had the audacity to ask Rastov if I didn't want to work with Buff because of his skin color.
Oh, that's nice slander.
Boogie literally said that on live. He had the audacity to say that. When we would have Buff come join us on Fridays. Does anybody remember that?
I got to interrupt you because I bet Boogie desperately wants me to interrupt you right now. Go ahead.
Yeah. yes. You guys can go back and find it. I forget what time it was at, but it is in there if you find, look at the transcripts and everything. So, yeah, he definitely said that. He was joking. Oh, okay. Well, he sounded really concerned.
Yeah, he's concerned. And I'm sorry, these cop-outs are not going to work with the fan base. They are not this stupid. They know who Rastov is long before I got here, especially the Cafe fans, because they know. They absolutely know. They absolutely know it. And you know why they came in there? You know why? They're scared. You know they talk over me? They're scared. You know why they haven't covered me? They're scared.
Makes sense.
Keem said, give you a morning show. I gave you a morning show. That's what I did. And I didn't turn it into
a pretty damn good show.
Yeah, he's fine. I like him. Fine with me.
Yeah, I had fun. Wow, imagine that.
You want me to fight with somebody? Put me on with I don't think Nightmare. I don't know if that would work, but whatever. I like Nightmare. You want to put me on with Rastov? I bet you don't. They don't want me. They don't. You guys don't want me. You don't want me up there. You want somebody to fight. You want to disagree with me, huh? Put me on with you. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you do that? Because you don't want it better for the LCU. You want to milk this thing till it's dry. You don't want new people coming in. This thing could last forever. But
you know what?
If it lasts forever, that means that Rastov and Boogie and all the people that know Keem real well won't always be on top. And they know it. They've been YouTubers for years. So they protect it. Here's what I come here to do. I come here to do my part to make this whole what I consider a radio station a little bit better. I do it the best I can. I'm not the most talented guy in the world. Sorry. All right.
Dude,
But
I think you do great.
that's it. I think I do okay too, but it's not like I'm Howard Stern. All right, it's not like I'm Opie and Anthony or anything like that.
All right. You know what I mean? We're not.
Yeah. I get that. Well, we're professionals, but not in that way. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, but don't sell us that short, sweetheart, please. But it's like I know the way this has worked, so they're just going to try to hold, and they don't care if this thing falls apart. And here's the thing: the more and more when I go into the chats, when I talk to people on the weekends, when I send, and even talking to you guys, and oh, by the way, the Mexicans as well, the docket team, everybody believes in this thing, but they're frustrated with it. They're frustrated that nothing sticks, that everything gets moved around, that there's constant things changing all the time because they can't adjust. I hear the word non-tent a lot. Right? That's not good. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. That's not good. I don't like hearing that. That sucks. I don't care if it's somebody I don't like. But you know what? A bunch of people guarding the primetime spots is non-tent.